Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the sides of them you haven't seen yet. So this can be for any person on your mind at all. This can be for an acquaintance, stranger, someone you're close to, romantic, platonic, whatever. So for pile number one, we have the orange calcite crystal with the good tarot. For pile number two, we have Angelite with the Tower of the Divine. For pile number three, we have Lemon Chrysoprase, the Muse Tower. And for pile number four, we have Flower Agate with the Moon Dust Tower. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you are most drawn to. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. You chose the orange calcite crystal and the good tarot. We're going to be taking a look at the sides of them you have not seen yet. So this can be for any person on your mind. Keep the person in mind while I shuffle the cards. So spirit guides of pile number one, can we please tap into the person on their mind's energy? Person on their mind's energy and the sides of this person that pile number one has not seen yet. Can you show me the truth and only the truth about the sides of this person pile one has not seen yet? Okay, so we have temptation. We have the Four of Wands. We have Messenger of Earth, which is an extra card, I think. We have the Six of Swords. And we have the Three of Pentacles. At the back of the deck so far, you have the Chariot. Okay, so before I even started shuffling your cards, I kept hearing Victoria Beckham's name in my mind. So I don't really know the celebrity. I've heard of her before, but I don't know what her personality is like. I'm seeing on Google that she's a singer. She was in the Spice Girls and she's a fashion designer. So I guess maybe if you know about her personality, this person could have a side of them that is kind of similar to this celebrity, like in terms of personality, but I'm not sure what her personality is like. Anyways, what I am sensing from this person is that they may have not shown a side of themselves that has already changed. So the Six of Swords here can represent change and a transformation to me. And with the Temptation card, I feel like maybe this person used to be someone that kind of was like open to casual relations, if you get what I mean. The side of them that was maybe a little bit more alluring, a little bit more pleasure seeking, not really thinking about consequences of things. Maybe they had a side to them before you started seeing this person, because I feel like a lot of you are dating this person or seeing this person in a serious way, because the Four of Wands can sometimes represent like a serious connection or a marriage or something like that. So maybe some of you are married to this person, or you're just in a serious relationship with this person, or you live together, cohabitate together, something like that's coming through. And what I'm basically getting from this person, that they may, before you dated them or before you started getting to know them, they may have been a little bit of a serial lover. They may have dated around a lot. They may have talked to a lot of people. They may have, seeked pleasure in many different ways. They may have lacked self-control in some way and always went to the temptations of life, right? So this doesn't have to be just sexual, but I am picking up on a sexual element of it, or like a serial dating kind of element of it, or maybe like a fear of commitment that they maybe had in the past. So I just feel that this person has a past, but the reason they haven't shown this side to you is because they're changing, or they have already changed this about themselves. Because what I'm getting here is maybe this person could have, taken dating and love like in a very casual way before, and they never really committed to anybody, or showed their loyalty to anybody. And I feel like something shifted within this person's mindset where that lifestyle no longer resonated with them. Maybe they were drinking a lot, going out a lot, partying a lot. Maybe this was in their younger years where they had maybe a little bit of an immature perspective of love. And this person can't admit that and can't admit their faults. But maybe they realized at one point that this life may be fun until it's not anymore. Um, it's almost like this person was always chasing after things that tempted them, like money, women, men, um, whatever it is. Like, this person was living a pleasure-seeking life, right? And they no longer resonated with that lifestyle they were living at the time. So they changed it, they transformed it. And it's because they wanted something a little bit more stable with these Pentacles cards. Maybe they wanted a long-term connection. Maybe they were thinking about marriage and like the future and things like that, where they didn't want to just be in surface level connections that always just ended after pleasure, but they actually wanted something a lot more stable and something filled with loyalty, something that's going to last a long time. They wanted someone in their life that truly cared about them and not just like the fun. Because this person may have also had like a lot of friends around them that they just had fun with, but there was never anything like serious that brought those two friendships together in loyalty. So I feel like this person realized that maybe this was fun at the time, but it's no longer the lifestyle they want to live. And they changed it. The number 5 even has to relate to change. So it's very interesting that 15 is this number. And I'm getting that this person just wanted to settle down and wanted to grow up and no longer just seek pleasure, but seek long-term fulfillment rather than short-term fulfillment. So again, I don't think this person is hiding the side of themselves from you, because I don't even feel like it's really them anymore, because they have changed this about themselves. Does that make sense? So it's not even really them anymore. It's not like they're hiding this part of themselves, but I do pick up on a feeling of like, I'm ashamed of this part of myself that used to exist. Maybe this part of myself that used to exist has some baggage, and maybe this person doesn't want you to see them differently, or doesn't want you to not like them anymore. And so they haven't exactly opened up about that side of themselves that used to be there, that they have now changed. Because it seems like this person has matured, they've grown a lot, they've changed in terms of their mindset on things, and they may be very different in the way they act right now than before. They may have been very impulsive in the past. Now maybe they're a lot more mature in their decision making. It just feels like this person has matured overall, doesn't think in the same way they used to, and doesn't see life in the same way they used to, doesn't have the same opinions. And so I feel like this person is maybe scared to open up about this side of themselves that used to be there, because of a shame here, or a like feeling of, what if you don't like me anymore after finding out the baggage of my past? Or something like that is coming through, definitely. Like, their mindset in the past was more so focused on fun, whereas now their mindset is, how can I grow? How can I improve? How can I change? How can I have loyal people around me? How can I have long-term fulfillment? So their mindset has definitely changed. And also the way they present themselves to the world has changed. Some people that may see this person and may know about their past may look at them as if they're being fake or as if they're wearing a mask and hiding their true self. But I don't think that is the case. I think this person just wants to not be associated with that past version of self that they no longer resonate with. It's like that past version of self has already died and a new version of self has been born, and they no longer resonate with that version of self they used to be. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards now to get some more additional information on the sides of them you haven't seen yet. Another thing I see about this person, a side of them you haven't seen yet, is maybe the pain they've endured in the past that they've sort of healed from or let go of. But I'm getting that they weren't just like this for no reason. They had a lot of pain that led them to believe. It's sort of like, imagine your life is filled with pain and you're trying to find short-term pleasures to alleviate that pain, to soothe the symptoms of that pain. I see that kind of patterning with them in the past, which is why they always seeked pleasure and seeked short-term gratification, because their daily life was just so full of misery that they needed something to look forward to in order to survive and cope with whatever they were going through at the time. And I don't think this person even realizes that. I think this person has a really good heart, even though they have maybe like a rough past. And I think that this person can continue to grow and change. And maybe some sides of them you haven't seen yet are the future sides of them that are going to change and improve and grow. So what I'm getting is the sides of them you haven't seen is their past self and their future self that is about to change even more, but in a better way, if that makes sense. So I'm getting that this person will continue to grow and change, and you will start to see a new side to them that you haven't seen before. You'll start to see them overcome a lot of difficulties. You start to see them just become more mature, become more grounded, become more reliable. Okay, and you'll also see them find a way to find internal fulfillment without seeking external pleasures where it is disempowering. There's nothing wrong with seeking external pleasures as long as we're doing it in a way where there's balance. But if we're doing it in a way where it's becoming like an addiction, because this is the devil card, then it can be disempowering. So I feel like you're going to see another side to this person in the future where they learn to find ways to find pleasure without seeking it externally, but finding that joy within, and sort of just pushing it out to the whole world around them. So we have miracles with ancient wisdom. We have tenderness with true love, compassion. We have divine feminine with magnetic and receptive power. And at the back of the deck, confirmation, we have healing the heart with the power of self-love. So the angel number 777 has showed up within the cards, because we have 7 here, we have 7 here, and at the back of the tarot deck, we have 7 with the chariot. So, you may see another side of this person in the future, of how lucky they can become once they heal whatever is preventing them from receiving the miracles that are meant for them or the blessings that are meant for them. I think that now that this person is focused less on short-term gratification and focused more on becoming a better person and sort of like the long-term satisfaction of a goal, I feel like this person's going to create something for themselves where they sort of push towards succeeding in life or gaining all their goals or gaining all their wishes. And that could be like a family, that could be, successful career, whatever it is, this person wants that long-term fulfillment from whatever they achieve or whatever they get. But a lot of that is going to come from healing themselves, from giving them self-love, from finding the wisdom from maybe previous experiences. And a lot of that is going to come from them just learning to be more reliable and rely on themselves when it comes to their own goals. So I feel like you're going to see that side of them expand in the future. And I also feel like you're going to see the more tender, loving, emotional side of this person expand in the future, because I feel like this person may have been taught or may have only seen sides of love that were very physical and not necessarily emotional in nature. So I feel like now this person is maturing in their perspective of love, is becoming more wise, becoming older, they're growing up, and now they're starting to actually open up their heart and see that there are different forms of love other than just being physical with a person. So I feel like you're going to start to see that side of them more, where they show you a tender, true kind of love, where they show you an emotional side of them that you maybe haven't seen before, where they show you more affection in maybe non-sexual ways, in non-physical ways, through their love languages, things like that. That's what I see. You're also going to see this person step into their power. And I'm getting this feeling of like a masculine energy quite prominently, but if not, that's okay. But for a lot of you watching, majority are watching about a man. And I'm getting that maybe he's only shown his masculine sides of himself, but he hasn't really tapped into that feminine energy yet. And we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So I feel like you're going to start to see that feminine energy within him, of him connecting to his emotions, of him connecting to that deeper side of himself. So that's for those watching about men, but if you're watching about a woman, then maybe you just haven't seen her step into her feminine power, where she feels beautiful, where she feels magnetic, where she loves herself, that type of energy. And the blessings this person's going to receive as a result of their growth and building the life they want for themselves. It's not just about the healing and the growth, but also them focusing on other things that are important to them. Okay, so this is what I have for you. I think the theme here for you was about a past version of self that you haven't seen. That is not necessary for you to see, because it's not them anymore. They've changed. They no longer associate with that version of self. And a future version of them that has a lot of potential that you will see in the future. So I hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. You chose the Angelite crystal and the Tarot of the Divine. We're going to be taking a look at the side of them you have never seen yet. So we're going to be taking a look at the person on your mind's energy. Keep them in mind while I shuffle. And this can be for any person at all. It doesn't just have to be romantic, but yeah, any person on your mind at all. Keep them on your mind while I shuffle. So spirit guides of pile number 2, spirit guides of pile number 2, the sides of this person on their mind, on pile 2's mind that they have not seen yet. The side of this person, pile number 2, has not seen yet. Can you please show me the side of pile 2 that they have not seen yet? So if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. I forgot to mention that. So please show me the side of The sides of this person pile 2 has not seen yet. Please show me the truth and only the truth. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out first. Please show me the sides of this person pile 2 has not seen yet. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. The side of this person pile 2 is not seen yet. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. One more card, please, Spirit. On these sides, they have not seen yet. We have the 2 of Wands. So I'm getting a Gemini energy from this person. But it doesn't have to be. But I'm getting that energy of like 2 sides to this person or many sides to this person. This person's not just someone that is sort of one-dimensional and lacks depth. They're someone with a lot of depth and they have a lot of sides to them. Almost like they have different personalities in one. That's the best way I can describe it. So we do have the 6 of Wands at the back of the deck. I do feel like the persona this person shows to the world is more so this youthful, playful kind of jester-like energy. I'm getting class clown energy or like jester energy where this person's always making jokes, always making people laugh, very like lighthearted in their persona, like the way they come across to people. And I feel like that's the persona they show most people. That's the side of them they're most comfortable with showing the world. However, a lot of people may not take this person seriously because that's the only side they've seen to this person. But this person knows that and they don't mind other people misunderstanding them because this person has been misunderstood their whole life and they're not seeking people's validation or approval. So it's kind of like people have projected a lot onto this person and projected that they're not intelligent or they're not smart or they're not capable or they're not like mature in any type of way because this person's so lighthearted and chooses to see the joy and the laughter within the little moments. I feel like people have misunderstood this person as someone that can't take things seriously or can't understand like deeper things, right? Which is totally a projection because I see that this person's actually very smart. People may underestimate this person. And I'm seeing that this person can take things seriously and can put their head down and work and really focus on things that are important to them. But they choose to find the joy in life. They choose to not take life too seriously, right? So I feel like if this person maybe showed other sides of themselves, maybe they would be less misunderstood. But I don't feel like this person cares about being misunderstood because this person knows that this person's very secure where they know that if somebody's misunderstanding them, then that's that person's problem. Like they're not here to make everybody like them. And I feel like this person has one side of them they show the world and another side of them they show only their close loved ones and another side of them they only show to themselves like when they're alone. And it's nothing bad necessarily. I'm not seeing like two-faced energy or anything bad that they're hiding. I feel like these are good sides of themselves that other people want to see with the genie lamps here. But maybe this person is like very private or doesn't want to show all sides of themselves to just anybody, especially strangers, because I'm seeing this person does have an emotional side to them. They do have a caring side to them. They do have a compassionate, empathetic side to them, but they don't show that to everybody. They only show that to their family. I wouldn't even be surprised if they don't even show that to their closest friends. I get like their close family, the people they love dearly, romantic partners, and like I feel like that's all they show. That's Sorry, I'm messing up my words. That's the only side of them they only show to like close people, people they fully trust, people that have been in their life for years and years and years. And you might mistake, or people might mistake this person as maybe like unemotional or lacking depth or lacking substance, but that's not true at all. They just haven't seen that side to this person, right? And I feel like with this Queen of Cups card, she's kind of covering the gloss. So I do feel like this person intentionally hides this part of themselves to people because they don't want to be taken advantage of or get hurt. This person may have been unlucky in love. I'm not saying they are unlucky, but they may have perceived it as like, I'm unlucky in love, or whenever I show this caring side of myself to people, they never reciprocated, or they never like showed back, or they never protect the side of me where they, it almost feels like when this person is shown certain people this emotional side of self, it's almost like they've taken advantage of that, right? So I feel like this person only shows that side of themselves to people they have a soft spot for. Another side of this person you have not seen yet is maybe things in their life that were almost unlucky. It's almost like this person is projected a lot by others, right? Where people almost think that this person's so lucky, that things are just so easy in this person's life, that they just get what they want. And I'm taking that message from the grapes here, which represent luck, the genie lamps, which represent a wish fulfillment in some way. And this specific Wheel of Fortune talks about luck and unluck, and how fate can kind of change very quickly, and how sometimes we can be very lucky, sometimes we can be unlucky. But we essentially create our own fate with the spider web here. So I feel like what being shown to me is maybe this person isn't necessarily the luckiest person in the world, but they've created it for themselves, because Nine of Pentacles energy is like a self-made energy. And a lot of the times when a person reaches a certain level of success, or reaches some kind of huge goal or something they want in life, people are always like, oh, that person's lucky, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like a lot of the times it discredits the work they've put in to actually get there. So this person doesn't show that to people. I don't know if they show this to you, but I get that this person intentionally doesn't share good news with people, doesn't share things that went great in their day with people, because I just sense that this person has had a lot of insecure people around them, or people that almost feel threatened by this person's level of success, or by the goals they've reached, or whatever it is. Where it almost feels like, I'm so happy about this good news, but because I know this friend isn't really doing well financially, if I tell them, it will feel like I'm rubbing it in their face. So this person doesn't share their good luck streaks or the unlucky things that happen in their life, just because they don't want those projections on them, and they don't want to feel bad for doing well when another person's not. Um, so it almost feels like when they're doing well in life, maybe other people aren't, and they sort of get the backlash of that, right? That's what I'm getting from this person. They may have experienced a lot of people like just being jealous of them and projecting onto them. There's also something about this person maybe working on their physical appearance a lot right now, where they're sort of trying to become more handsome or more beautiful in some way. Um, and I feel like this has been a long process of becoming their dream self. So, becoming their ideal self. I sense that this person had certain insecurities to do with the physical that they then went and fixed to feel less insecure. And that did work. Because one thing I've learned over time is sometimes we have certain insecurities, And sometimes, yes, we can sit in the mirror and say all these affirmations, but sometimes when we actually make ourselves look good, we feel better. That's what I've learned over the last few months. It's not just about the affirmations and the self-love. Sometimes when you make yourself look good, you feel better about yourself. And I feel like that's what this person's been doing because I see that. So for example, I'm seeing someone that was like very insecure about their teeth, where maybe they had crooked teeth and they went and got braces and they got their teeth fixed. Or let's say this person was unhappy about their body and they went to the gym and got fit and changed something about their body. Or let's say this person was insecure about their hair and they went and got a different hair color. Whatever it is, it feels like this person's made some kind of physical change to the way that they look, where maybe you didn't see the way they looked before when they had that insecurity. And the reason I mentioned teeth so prominently, I saw teeth very prominently, was because I saw Cardi B before she had braces. I think she got braces, I'm not sure, before she fixed her teeth. And then after she fixed her teeth, because she was made fun of a lot before. Because I remember following her when she was on Instagram before she even got famous for music. So I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. Okay, now I'm going to pull your oracle card. So I feel like there's different sides of this person, and I feel like you'll only start to see those different sides of them as you grow closer to them, as trust is built here, as they feel like they can really share those sides of themselves with the world, or not with the world, with you. And if you have already seen some of these sides to this person, I guess it will depend on the extent of how much you see these sides of them will depend on how much trust is built and will depend on how close you two become. But remember that this person shows these sides of themselves and opens up slowly. So be patient with this person if you haven't seen any of these sides to them yet. But I guess the extent of how much you've seen here will sort of show how close you are or how much this person trusts you to show those sides of themselves. Okay, so as I'm in this person's energy, this card is reminding me very much of Aladdin, and I'm getting this energy of maybe when this person started out, they didn't have what they have right now. And maybe you haven't seen that, or you haven't seen fully like the struggle it took to get where they are right now, but also the guilt they feel for maybe being further ahead than their peers or people that started at the same place as them. There's a certain type of guilt or shame I feel from this person of like, I'm doing well or I'm doing better, but it almost feels like the people I started out with aren't there yet, and I feel bad for being further ahead than them, or I feel bad for sort of winning the race at the finish line, where it wasn't like a competition thing, but I see them like in a race where they're first place, they're ahead of everybody, and they just enjoy that run so much, and they're so excited about being number one, right? About winning, but not necessarily in a competitive way. But then after that smile is there and they're so happy about winning, they look back at the other people around them or the people they started that race with, and those people are far back. And there's a certain type of guilt that comes with that. So I don't know if you've seen that side of them fully or yet, but I'm seeing something about that. So even if you've seen some of these sides I've mentioned, maybe you just haven't seen it to its full extent. Maybe you've just seen the sort of iceberg, but not what's underneath the iceberg. So spirit guides of pile number 2, the hidden sides of this person that pile 2 has not seen yet. the hidden sides of this person pile 2 has not seen yet. We have wealth. Maybe this is because it's still to come. Because I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, this person's journey has been slow. And I find it funny that the Six of Wands is at the back of the deck, which talks about success. And Nine of Pentacles energy is like that independent, self-made energy where we've worked so long on our dreams and our goals, and we worked so hard, and we've put years and years and years of work into that, and then it finally pays off. I don't feel like that has happened yet, so I feel like that's a future energy you're yet to see, where this person is winning and has all the things they've worked towards, and their wishes have finally come true after a long time of waiting and continuing to work towards them. And this doesn't have to be physical wealth. This can be like reaching a goal. This can be like spiritual wealth. But for most of you, I'm getting something to do with their career. Then we have the Wasp with anger, retaliation, jealousy. This doesn't have to do with them, but I feel like you have not seen this person maybe experience that kind of jealousy or anger or retaliation from other people, sort of feeling like they're behind this person, right? And maybe that's still going to happen in the future, because I don't feel like this person has fully seen it themselves yet. I feel like they will see who's fake, who's not fake, who's real, who really wants them to succeed, who wants them to be happy. They'll see who's real in their circle once they reach this level of success within their journey, after focusing on this thing for so long. I'm hearing passion project for some of you, but they haven't yet seen the side of other people that maybe don't want the best for them. And I understand that, okay, sometimes it's natural to feel a little bit of jealousy when you see someone else further ahead than you. But when you really care for someone, be it a friend, a romantic connection, even if you feel that, the important thing is not to act on it and to try to be happy for that person. But if that person can't try to be happy for the person that's winning or succeeding, then they're not a real friend, or not, real, in my opinion. So I feel like this doesn't have to do with your personal mind, but I feel like it has to do with the people around them. And maybe you haven't seen that side of the people around them that maybe don't have the best intentions, or maybe don't want the best for your person on your mind. We have the Dog with loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. Maybe you haven't seen this side to them fully, how loyal they are, because I do feel like you've seen that side to them, but not fully. You don't see like how protective they are over the people they love with the dog. Because I'm thinking of like how dogs protect the people, like their owners and things like that. So you haven't seen like how protective this person is. You haven't seen like the pure-heartedness type of part of this person yet. You haven't seen how honest they are, how much they sort of just stick to their values and they don't compromise on those values or morals. They have a lot of self-respect and they put a lot of responsibility on themselves, where sometimes it's hard to reach those expectations of others, or the expectations they've placed on themselves. So maybe you haven't seen the side of them that can be a little bit perfectionistic or have high expectations on themselves. You maybe haven't seen the sides, or maybe this is not a side, but the times where they felt like they should just give up, or they're not good enough because of the high expectations they put on themselves. I'm not saying they're not good enough, but I'm saying maybe you haven't seen them, fall into that rut fully or at all. Because this person does have that side to themselves where sometimes they feel insecure, where sometimes they don't feel good enough, where sometimes they feel like they put in so much effort, but It's just never enough. I feel like this person has a perfectionistic side to them. That's what I keep picking up on. But also this unconditional love energy goes back to this Queen of Cups energy I spoke about, where I feel like this person only shows that side of themselves to people they trust, to people they know are going to show that back in return. Because this person doesn't want to give that to people that are not going to respect them or not going to reciprocate that back to them. So this is what I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. You chose the Lemon Chrysoprase Crystal and the Muse Tarot. We're going to be taking a look at the sides of them you have not seen yet. So this can be for any person on your mind at all. It doesn't just have to be romantic. So keep your person in mind while I shuffle the cards. So spirit guides of pile number 3. Oh, and if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find my email address in the description box below. So spirit guides of pile number 3. Spirit guides of pile number 3. May I please tap into the person on their mind's energy and the sides of them that pile number 3 has not seen yet? Can I please tap into the sides of the person on their mind on pile 3's mind, the sides they have not seen of this person yet? Can you please show me the truth and only the truth about these sides they have not seen in this person yet? So you have the Two of Wands showing up first. The sides of them pile 3 has not seen yet. The Page of Cups. The side of them pile 3 hasn't seen yet. The Seven of Wands reversed. The Queen of Swords. The Ace of Cups. The Strength card. And we have an extra card with the Hanged Muse. At the back of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so what I am picking up from this person energetically, not just from the cards, is that this person may be sending you some kind of mixed signal. You may not know what this person fully wants yet because they don't tell you what they want. Some of you may be in a situationship with a person, or you just, if you're not in a situationship with this person, then maybe it just feels like you don't know where you stand with this person. For some reason, I'm tasting blood in my mouth, which is really weird because it's not a physical taste, like there is no blood in my mouth, but I'm tasting it spiritually, like that metallic kind of taste. So I'm trying to ask Spirit, what's that about? Because it just kind of threw me off track. I see something about either this person has gotten into some kind of physical altercation and you haven't seen that side of them before, where maybe I don't pick up that this is an aggressive person per se, but I do feel like they've gotten into a fight before, and I don't feel like you've seen that side of them, of like what really riles them up or gets them agitated or brings that other side of them out. So just take it as it resonates. But I'm also picking up on substance abuse. Like I'm seeing pills or alcohol. Bad habits. I feel like this person shows this persona to the world that they don't care. They may show this kind of persona to the world that nothing matters to them, that they don't care, that they don't have a heart. Spirit is showing me the Grinch. Specifically the scene where that little girl, I forgot her name, but she kind of like sees good in Mr. Grinch, even though other people don't see good in him. Like other people just kind of make him out to be a villain in some way, but he does have goodness in his heart. He just doesn't show it to people, right? The Grinch. But there's a specific scene where his heart is like getting bigger and he doesn't like it. He wants his heart to be small. So I'm getting that maybe there's a side to this person deep down that actually does care, that actually does feel love in their heart. There's a good side to this person that you may have not seen yet, but you may have also not seen the other extreme version where maybe they're sort of, becoming very angry or becoming self-destructive. Like either or of those extremes you have not seen yet. You have not seen the side of them where they become angry or like self-destructive, but you've also not seen the side of them where they actually show how much they care. Because I do feel like this person has goodness within them, but it's almost like they shut that side of them out. It's like this person's heart has hardened over the years. That's what I'm seeing in their energy field. Their heart has hardened and gone cold because I'm seeing someone sort of like, this is what I'm seeing clairvoyantly, like Five of Pentacles energy where somebody is walking in the snow and they're freezing in the snow. But this Five of Pentacles at the back of the deck doesn't show that, but I'm actually physically seeing that in my mind's eye without even looking at this card. So I'm getting that this person's heart has been frozen in some way. And I guess you haven't seen their heart unfreeze or warmness come back to their heart yet. Now, if this is a situation where this person is not giving you what you deserve, where this person is not treating you the way you deserve, I'm not saying you have to stay in this connection to try to find or uncover this good version of them, or this loving version of them. Of course, know your worth. Don't stay in toxic situations to try to find this version of them. But what I am saying is, for a lot of you, this person maybe doesn't speak about their emotions, acts like they don't care, acts like they have this hardened heart, but deep down they do care. They sort of have this hard shell, but they're soft on the inside. And I don't feel like they're comfortable with expressing their emotions to others. So I don't feel like you've experienced that side of them yet, where you experience them telling you how they feel or telling you how much they care about you, whether this is romantic, platonic, family, whatever it is. This person speaks in a way that almost is like very harsh and I want to use the word critical, but deep down they want to say something good about the person, but they don't always know how. I feel like maybe this person grew up in a family where everybody was like very harsh with their words and critical. And it was very rare to receive a compliment in the house they grew up in. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with childhood and how they've sort of been programmed to think, or how they've been taught to think, or how they've been taught to view emotions and things like that. Because what I'm feeling is this person has never shown themselves cry to anybody, has never shown themselves be vulnerable with anybody. They never even show the side of themselves where they say something nice about a person. And I don't feel like this person's evil or mean, but I just feel like they have that harsh way of speaking. It's hard to kind of explain. It's hard to explain. Spirit, explain it to me better. This person's very honest, maybe even brutally honest, blunt. They can be very loud with their words, and they may not be the most empathetic with their words. They may not necessarily think about how the other person's going to feel with their words, but to them, they're just truthful with what they think. They're just saying what comes to mind without thinking much about the emotion of the other person. So that's what I pick up from their energy. But I pick up that, let's say somebody's eyelash is out of place. This person's going to point it out. Let's say I'm getting that type of energy where like they just point out things that they may not realize may hurt the person's feelings. Yeah. So I feel like they have this hard shell, hard exterior, but they don't even show, like, there was another pile. I can't remember if it was pile 2 or pile 1. My mind kind of just blanked, but there was another pile where there was a person, whoever I was reading, where they kind of just showed that emotional side to them, to people that were close to them, but this person doesn't even show it to people that are close to them. You get what I mean? I feel like this person is totally hidden this part of themselves from anyone. And they act like they want this and that, and they act like they don't know what they want, but deep down they do know what they want. So, with this person giving you some kind of mixed signal, or you not knowing where you stand with them, I think they do know what they want, but they're too afraid to admit it. They act as though they want to take their time to come to a decision, but deep down they do know what they want. This person is suffering emotionally, internally. They grew up without getting any emotional needs met in childhood. The physical was taken care of, but the emotional aspect wasn't. They were never taught empathy. They were never taught, how to think about other people's feelings. They were never taught how to process their own emotions. They were never taught, like, how to treat other people. And I sort of feel like people may misconstrue this person's energy as mean or not caring. But then I understand why people would misconstrue that, because this person doesn't even show that loving side. So I see both sides to it. I can see why people would maybe see this person this way or villainize this person, because this person hasn't shown that to sort of show people that, okay, I do care, you know? So some people may see this person as, yeah, like very hardened and cold, and they don't care and they don't have any feelings. But I do think this person does have feelings. They just don't show it to people. I don't think this person has ever even like cried in front of a person. Another thing I'm getting here is this person may put on this like mask of confidence. But I get that they feel very insecure deep down, and they've sort of been taught to be strong their whole life, that they've never allowed themselves to receive support. They've never allowed themselves to express their emotions. They've never opened up. They've always had this guard up around people. They've always been the strong one, but they've never actually like allowed themselves to break down and cry or any of that. And I just feel like this person, eventually they're going to be tired of like carrying all this emotion inside them that they never process ever. So that is what I'm getting. I feel like now I want to pull some oracle cards for more information on this person. So I don't want to get more on the hidden sides of them, because I feel like this was the main theme I saw, but I kind of want to ask for advice for a lot of you watching pile 3, because I know that it can be frustrating being around a person where you can see that they do care, but they never want to admit it. I know how frustrating it can be, wanting them to open up and they never do. So I want to get advice for you on how to deal with this kind of connection, how to get them to open up more without force, that kind of energy. So what advice do you have for pile number 3? What advice do you have for pile number 3 on how they can deal with this connection, how they can get this person to open up and offer a safe space to this person? So we have courage. We have Archangel Ariel with be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Then we have clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel, I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can see heavenly love. And we have You Are Safe with Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. And one more card with Beloved One, Archangel Chamuel. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And we have Divine Order at the back of the deck. So maybe for some of you, this person could sort of be like a karmic soulmate where you're learning certain lessons with them. But what I am getting is that if this person does not have the courage to open up to you, I'm getting if they don't learn this lesson surrounding emotions, because when I tap into their soul's energy, I'm just going to explain this quickly because I don't want to waste too much of your time, babbling on. But I'm getting that this person has a soul that is advanced in logical intelligence, but their soul has not yet mastered the emotional side yet, and their soul is learning lessons around that in this lifetime. But I'm getting that they're like still at the beginning in their journey of learning about emotions and learning how to be vulnerable and learning all these things, and it's very hard for this person. So I think you need to be patient with this person if you really care about them, if you really want to keep them in your life. But also at the same time, I can understand where you're coming from, where you want this person to open up, you want to know where you stand with this person, and you also don't want to force this person to do something they don't want to do. And like I said, this person knows what they want, but they aren't telling you what they want. They aren't communicating to you. So, sometimes we can be in these situations with people where we know we deserve somebody that can give us what we need. And this person isn't giving us what we need. So I think you need to make a decision to find out, like, if you are okay with waiting a little bit with this person, with having a little bit of patience with this person, and seeing if they do ever open up to you. Because I get that there is a possibility that they could, but there is also a possibility that this person keeps their heart closed off to everybody, and their walls are so high that they've built that nobody can even climb over them. So I feel like you need to tell this person, like, you're safe, like, I'm a safe space for you. You can tell me anything. If you ever are sad, if you're ever irritated and need to vent, whatever it is, like, I'm here for you and I want to listen to you and I want to be there for you. Tell this person that. And tell them that you love them. Tell them that you care for them. Tell them that you're here for them. But also with clairvoyance, you could have certain gifts where you see aspects of them that they may not show you. So trust that, because I do feel like you're tapping into this person's energy. But also what your guides are saying is, since this is a karmic soulmate connection, it might not be the easiest. It might have some lessons with it. But if this person cannot step up to the plate and pass these tests or quote unquote lessons, then it's sort of like you're going to fall away from them, because it's sort of like your angels want to protect you and they want you to be able to have your emotional needs met within a connection, whether this is platonic, romantic, family, whatever. They want you to be able to have those needs be met. And if you're going to be with someone that never changes or never grows or never opens up, it's sort of like staying stuck with them at the same place, knowing you deserve better, feeling like, okay, they have good in their hearts and you see that potential, but it's their choice if they want to reach that potential. So please remember that if someone doesn't reach their potential, it's their own choice. Even if you see that potential within them, it doesn't always mean they're going to become that. So they need to choose that for themselves. They need to decide that for themselves. So if this person never puts you first, never makes you a priority, never opens up to you, even in small ways, I'm not saying this person has to make huge changes overnight, but if they don't even make small efforts, if you say this is important to you, then I think your guides would rather you protect yourself and find somebody that can meet those needs of yours, that can tell you where you stand with them without you having to play the guessing game. So this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonates with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 4s. You chose the Flower Agate Crystal and the Moon Dust Tarot. We're going to be taking a look at the sides of them you haven't seen before. So this can be for any person on your mind at all. It doesn't just have to be romantic. It can be anybody at your anybody on your mind. So keep the person in mind while I shuffle the cards. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. Okay, so spirit guides of pile number 4. Spirit guides of pile number 4. May I please tap into the person on their mind's energy? Please tap me into the person on their mind's energy and the sides of them pile 4 has not seen yet. Can I please tap into the sides of this person pile 4 has not seen yet? So you have the Two of Wands, Page of Wands. The side of this person pile 4 has not seen yet. The Chariot. I'm getting something about throat chakra energies being activated right now. I feel like this person has had a blocked throat chakra, so they may have operated in that people-pleasing energy. They may have made themselves small. They may have not speak their truth. They may struggle to stand up for themselves. And the side of them you have not seen yet has to do with them setting boundaries, has to do with them standing up for themselves, has to do with them finding their voice, but also self-expression. Because I feel like this person kind of doesn't express themselves to the whole world authentically. They don't feel carefree or free enough to do that yet. It almost just feels like this person is afraid of judgment from other people, afraid of being their authentic self in the world. And I don't get that this person's hiding anything bad. In fact, with all 4 piles, I saw like positive messages. There's nothing like hidden here that they're hiding anything, but what I'm getting is that they're afraid to show their authentic self to the world, that they're afraid to just let loose and show that side of themselves to the world because they're afraid of being judged. They're also afraid of being judged by their family, but also people around them or people in their community. So we have the Fool, the Four of Wands, and the Death card at the back of the deck. What I'm picking up on energetically is, let's say this person comes from a family or lineage that is like very conservative and they want to do something that goes against that. That could be like an example where they're afraid of judgment from their family. They're afraid of people in their family talking about them negatively. Let's say this person grew up in a predominantly religious type of family, and let's say what they want to do goes against that or goes against that family's beliefs. I pick up on something about culture, religion, and family, where it's like whatever this person wants to do may go against the beliefs their family has sort of, what's the word, taught them. That's not exactly the word, but I kind of feel like this family that they grew up in was very much like, these are the beliefs and this is how we do things around here, and anybody that doesn't believe that or doesn't do things in the same way sort of gets judged, right? So I'm picking up on that type of energy where it almost feels like I'm forced to believe this, or I'm forced to comply with the way we do things here because I don't want to be judged by this whole community or by this whole group or by this whole family. So this strongly connects to their home life. This person could be afraid of their family finding out certain things about them, and it just ruining their reputation. This could be even as simple as, let's say this person just wants to go out more and enjoy life more and maybe travel, but maybe their family are saying, like, oh, you should always stay in this country. You should never go travel anywhere. And maybe this person wants to travel and experience that kind of adventure and find themselves, but their family is always saying that. Or let's say they grew up in a family, like I said, that was very conservative and they want to wear something where they're showing a little bit of skin, and now it's like they have to face judgment from the family. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up on prominently. It's like I can't express myself. I feel like I can't be myself because I feel like if I be myself, I'm going to be judged. So this is how this person's feeling. And this has to do with the side of themselves that is more expressive, that is more carefree, that is more free-spirited, that lives life by their own rule book instead of other people's rule book. This is the side of them that is more playful and lighthearted, that they don't exactly show the whole world. Their parents could have been very strict, could have told them. I pick up on an energy where this person had to be serious in their younger years. They could never be a child. They could never have fun. It was like they were taught to be serious. They were taught to, get good marks. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like this person had a lot of pressure on them as a child. Like if they didn't get the highest marks, it's almost like they would be punished. So I'm getting that this person had very strict parents or had certain high expectations that they felt like they couldn't meet always by their parents or by their family. And it almost feels like this person grew up to be a people pleaser. This person grew up to be somebody that puts their own needs last and puts the needs or wants of others first. This feels like they don't do what they actually want to do, but they do what other people tell them they should do, right? So they're not actually following their own heart. They're not actually making their own decisions. It almost feels like their decisions are controlled by another, but not necessarily controlled because they're making that decision themselves, but being influenced by the other person, but they're not making the decision themselves. It's not what they truly want. And it feels like this person just does whatever is expected of them and doesn't live life by their own rules. And yes, this person may make mistakes or may choose the wrong choice, but then they're able to learn from that. Then they're able to grow from that. And that's something we all do. But I feel like this person hasn't gotten that opportunity to actually learn and grow or put themselves out there or take risks or do things that are even stupid or make mistakes, because it's almost like if I make one little small mistake, I'm going to be judged or I'm going to be talked about. And it's actually really sad. I feel like this person's parents, no shade to them, but I feel like they do love this person, but I feel like they were just a little bit too strict or too rigid in a way in what they were teaching, not allowing this person to explore themselves, find themselves, make their own decisions. It almost just feels like their parents expect them to be a carbon copy of them instead of finding themselves and being their true self, right? So I get that this person people pleases a lot when it comes to their family, when it comes to their image and wanting to be seen a certain way by their community. And they may self-betray as a result of that, where they put their own wants and needs last. Or they don't even pursue it at all because what would it look like, you know? So that's what I'm getting from this person's energy. Now, since the throat chakra is being activated at the moment, and I felt that blockage there, I do feel like this person is healing that currently. They are going to come out of their shell. And since the death card is at the back of the deck, I do feel like this person is going to transform. Maybe not yet. I don't feel like they will fully, step into this not rebellious energy, but kind of like energy of I live by my own rules. I don't feel like they'll fully step into it like overnight, but I do feel like they'll make small little changes that are palatable for them um, at their own pace. And I feel like there will be little small transformations where you start to see this person express themselves more, express their authentic self more, express their opinions more, their viewpoints, even if other people don't agree with it, the way they see life, you know. But I feel like they have to find that within themselves first before they can express it to the world. So this is a little bit of their own internal journey of getting to know themselves, because I feel like that's kind of been stifled. They haven't really gotten the opportunity to explore themselves yet. And I feel like once they do that, I feel like they're slowly going to start showing that more and more and more to others. But I'm hearing the word repent. This person may have this belief that they are bad for thinking this way, or for wanting to go outside of the box, or for wanting to do things in a way that's different from this community or family. Simple example, let's say I'm seeing someone grew up in a Catholic home and they have intuitive abilities and they want to explore that, but their family says that's wrong. That's just an example of the energy, but I see something about this person finding their own freedom. And there's nothing wrong with the beliefs that the family had, it's just not the beliefs that they have right now. So, maybe this person finds themselves and has the same beliefs as their parents, but we would never know that unless this person goes and finds themselves and finds what they believe in and their own opinions, and doesn't just have the opinions of others that are kind of drilled into their head that they have to repeat back to others, right? They will only know who they are after exploring that. And I feel like you're going to see that process unfold. You're kind of going to see them come into their most powerful version of self and see them blossom and bloom. What Spirit is showing me when I'm looking at these flowers here, which is so interesting that you chose the flower agate. I'm seeing a flower bloom, but like on a phone camera in my mind's eye. And it's sort of like it's happening in slow-mo. So I'm seeing it like that. You will firsthand see this person's development. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at the oracle cards to see what else comes up. But yeah, like I said, I don't think this person intentionally hides it from you, per se. But I do feel like they feel ashamed that they maybe don't see things the same way, or that they don't follow the rules. Something like that's coming through. But I feel like they follow the rules, but they feel ashamed that they don't want to follow those rules anymore. So it's like this rebellious energy within them is coming out, but you haven't seen that side of them yet. You're gonna see it as it starts to come out. Spirit is even showing me Miley Cyrus when she started like rebelling and trying to change her image after being a Disney star. So I feel like you're going to see a huge change in this person where they go from people pleaser to finding themselves and putting their own wants first. So I'm seeing Sailor Moon. I don't know much about that character. But I'm also seeing like a crescent moon. So I feel like this person may have some psychic or spiritual abilities or gifts that they have not yet explored or come into or fully like grasped yet. But I do feel like they are on the journey to finding that, and you will see that unfold. So we have full spectrum. Sorry, I'm messing up my words. The infinite and awakened awareness. At the back of the deck, we have balanced forces. So Spirit is showing me this person is going to start awakening to what they actually want. I feel like this person has had, like I said, certain beliefs ingrained into them of this is right, this is wrong, these are the opinions I should have, this is what I should do, this is what's expected of me. And they've sort of been obedient to that their whole life. But I feel like at one point this person will awaken to what they actually want. And like I said, they may start making decisions out of a place of rebellion at first, where it's a little bit extreme at first, but I feel like it's sort of necessary, that process. And then after that extremity of rebelliousness, they may find that, okay, they make certain decisions here or there that they see were a mistake, or they see, okay, I see why my parents said don't do this. You know, it's almost like this person's going to have a chance to make mistakes, learn, grow on their own, and see why their parents taught them what they taught them, and kind of pick and choose what they want their beliefs to be, pick and choose what they want their opinions to be. And they might find at the end of this, there is less rebellion, but more of this energy of, I am my true authentic self. I can express myself. I don't care what people think. At the end of this evolution, they might see the perspective of their parents and their family and why they had that perspective. And they might take on some of that and understand it for the first time. Whereas before, they were just following those instructions or orders because they were supposed to. But now in the future, it's like now they understand why those beliefs were ingrained into them. Yet at the same time, they're going to have that opposite energy of, this is what I believe in, this is my opinion, but it's completely different to the family. So there's going to be some kind of balanced energy there where they choose what they want to take out of that and choose what they want to discard from that. So with full spectrum, I feel like this person has some ancestral karma, but I feel like it's not them. I feel like they're breaking ancestral cycles. I feel like this person incarnated into their family line as the black sheep, and this person has always felt very different and sort of out of place in their family line or community. And I feel like you sort of just see them be that black sheep, but you've never seen them come out of that energy yet, because they haven't yet. This is still going to happen. And they're going to come out of that energy and embrace their uniqueness and embrace their differences, because I feel like this new energy was brought into the family line for a reason, because change had to happen. So sometimes what happens is, let's say within the ancestral line, change needs to happen. They'll bring a soul that is maybe from a different soul family than that soul family to bring a new energy, to bring a new blueprint to that family line, to bring change to that family line. But often what happens is that person's seen as the black sheep, because the family energetically sees that, okay, this person's not acting the same, they're not thinking the same. And then it sort of becomes a little bit sad, where sometimes that black sheep is then ostracized for their beliefs or their differences, or they're bullied, or they're picked on, or they're the scapegoat. So I feel like this person has been through that, and maybe you haven't fully seen like the pain they're carrying and the memories that attach to that pain. The memories that are attached to that pain. You haven't fully seen that. But I do feel like if you sort of are there with this person on this journey, and you see them sort of become this version of themselves they're meant to become, like their potential, this infinite possibility kind of side of them that they haven't tapped into yet, I feel like they may open up to you and talk to you about the things that have happened, the memories they never share with anybody. There's pain this person holds that they don't share with anybody, out of wanting to protect their family or not wanting their family to look bad. This person may have gaslighted themselves, saying it wasn't that bad when it was. And I feel like they are going to grow, and you're going to see that firsthand. So this is more so like something of a future energy you're going to see unfold in this person. So I really hope this reading resonated with you, pile number 4. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.